Welcome to the Keeping You On Stage podcast. Join us as we dive into the vibrant world of dance, sharing our insights and experiences while spotlighting the incredible talents within our community. Each episode features engaging conversations with guests who bring their unique expertise and stories to the table, enriching our understanding of this beautiful art form. Our motto, Keeping You On Stage, drives our mission to celebrate and uplift dancers of all backgrounds. Whether you're a beginner, a seasoned performer, or a passionate enthusiast, this podcast is your backstage pass into the dance world. Tune in and let's keep the spotlight shining bright. Today, I get the privilege of interviewing our co-host and my beautiful cousin, Brooke. She carries many titles: wife, baseball mom, soccer mom, dance mom, and one title that holds profound meaning: Angel Mom. Brooke's life is filled with love, movement, resilience, and heart. Her story reflects the beauty and complexity of motherhood in all its forms. Brooke, thank you for letting me interview you. We hope you enjoy. All right, Brooke, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. It's so weird to be sitting on this side.
In the hot seat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm uncomfortable because I'm always on that side.
Interviewing.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a while since we've done like this style of interview, like with it's just you and I talking.
Two of us.
Yeah, I love it.
Kind of back
where it all started.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Brooke here with us today to talk about her life. So, before we dive into all of your crazy roles, Brooke is very busy. You're a mom. Being a mom is busy.
Everyone is busy. You know, I'm not different than anyone else, but I am busy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're very busy. Tell us a little bit about you, like on being a mom.
Okay, so obviously everyone knows I love dance. I've always loved dance. I have a huge passion for drill team. It's pretty big in Utah. It's almost like Christmas for me when the drill competitions start, and I look forward to it. And anyways, I love that part of dance. I frequent a soda shop every day. Hailee's laughing at me. It's fine. I literally live not even a half a mile away from 3 different soda shops. The OG, we call it, is this gas station by my house, Arby's, Randall Brothers.
I didn't know that that's what it was.
Yeah.
I just knew it as Arby's.
Yeah. And it's been there for my whole life, but they did a remodel probably like 10 years ago or longer than that. And they have a drive-through. And so that's the OG that I've always frequented. And now I literally have, so that one plus the 3 other soda shops that everybody knows their names in Utah.
Oh, yeah.
They're literally within a minute driving from my house. And so
one of which is,
here we go. So I do that. I love Target. What else? I'm trying to think of who I really like to have fun. I'm always up for like a dance party. That can usually get me out of a pretty bad mood pretty quick, is blast some music on Alexa. Usually I can get myself or my kids out of a bad mood if I do that.
Just start dancing.
Yeah. Oh, I love to decorate. I love that. Like decorate my house or other spaces. It's pretty fun.
That's awesome.
So,
and in the next chapter of our lives, we should be interior designers.
I think we should. How can we add one more thing to our
plans? I don't know.
So, and then I was going to say, like, before we go on, I do the team cells for Hailee at On Stage, and that's been so fun. I love connecting with all the coaches and the dancers, and it really is amazing. And so it's been really fun to work alongside Hailee. Hailey's my best cousin, is what I call her, because we're the same age. We could be best friends, but we're cousins. And so
best cousins.
Yeah, it just works. And so it's really fun to work alongside her, and super grateful for her and Colton for letting me be a part of this crazy whatever we do.
No. People ask, now what? What do? You do a podcast? What? Why?
Yeah, exactly. Why? And wait, and you also do this? Wait, why are you doing that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's because we love it, and I
Mhm.
think it's just because we enjoy being together.
I think so too. It's like
Yeah.
the summer series, like that
Mhm.
was just so fun. It was a
Yeah.
lot, but it was fun.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, why did we do it? Well, we
Because.
love dance.
Yeah.
And
And because we're crazy.
yeah, it's just fun.
It's fun doing it together.
So, yeah.
I'm always like, when it's competition season, I'm like, okay, this is maybe one of the competitions that I can go to. And then I'm always calling Brooke, are you going? Every time. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be there. Should I get tickets?
Uh-huh.
Or I'll get tickets. And we even started doing this before Hailee started on stage. We would make sure we were always going to either region or
Mhm.
state drill competitions. And so it's really fun. We are going to start venturing out a little bit more, maybe, and going to some dance company
Yeah.
recitals or their shows. Because really, we always say this, but dancers in Utah are
Oh,
incredible. And I mean, just a recent podcast episode that will be coming out after this one, a whole hip hop world that I literally have known nothing about.
yeah, me
A
too.
whole different
Yeah.
community that just because it's not my, I wasn't trained much in that.
The
The more
opportunities
the
here
opportunities, the
and
more
talent.
you learn, the more people you meet, you're just like so blown away.
And I mean, you hear people talk about how New York and LA, there's a ton of talent that comes out of there, which is true.
Very true.
And there's so many opportunities in both places, but the talent that comes out of Utah is something else. And the opportunities here are really amazing too.
Yeah.
So
And I think there's just more and more opportunities as time goes on.
yeah,
You know, the opportunities that dancers have now, we never had
no,
those. And so
no,
it's just, it actually is so amazing. And so maybe one day we will be like LA, New York type of
yeah.
things. And I think we're on our way to doing that. And finally, I mean, Utah's been recognized for a long time as, you know, a great dance community, but it's just growing.
So what would you say? I mean, obviously, like you're not actively dancing right now. We're both not.
I know.
Or teaching in any sort. But what is your, besides dance and your children? Because, like, as parents, it becomes most of your identity. You just kind of lose yourself in your children. Mm-hmm. And so, what's your hobbies?
So I haven't always been like this, but I have made it a priority and like made it a goal. If you guys listen to Hailee Colton's episode, you should go listen to it. But they talk a lot about goals and how a goal becomes like forms a habit. And so
Hmm.
I've gone through different parts of my life where I've had goals and then I fall, you know, I don't achieve
All
them.
short, yeah.
But working out or attending a gym class or something like that is something I really do enjoy. We've had Emily on with High Fitness, and that is a hobby, if that's even a thing, is
I
like
think it is.
I love that. Like I love shopping. That's a problem.
It's
But
okay.
anyway,
I think we all.
it's,
I love
I
shopping
know
too.
it's great. I love it. Like home decor stuff and Target and I don't know. I just online shopping. It's yeah. It's I love that. Um, hobbies. I don't know when people ask me this. Like, I don't know. I like to take baths. Is that a hobby? Healing.
I remember this. Oh my gosh. So Brooke and I used to live together after high school for a minute. And I just remember you in your baths. My mom was a bath taker.
Oh.
I didn't really take baths, but I don't like to sit in my own sweat and
Yeah.
stuff. I like getting in my hot tub.
You make it sound disgusting.
I know. But like, I just remember, and maybe this was my mom, but for some reason I think it was you. But you would have your bath pillow.
Oh yeah.
And you would be in the bath forever.
Mhm.
Like it, and I probably appreciate it more as I've gotten to be an adult. A bath just feels so amazing.
So yeah, I trying to think of my other hobbies. People are, oh, I do this and I do that. Well, I don't. Can you think of any of my other hobbies that I like to do? That don't involve my kids. That's what
this
I'm like.
isn't your kid. This isn't like a hobby, but I do know that you're better. You're kind of a germaphobe.
Yeah.
You're one of those people. I am I'm not a germaphobe. I don't like germs, but I know a couple people, and you're one of the people.
It's hard for me.
She doesn't like fish.
No, I hate oranges.
Pickiest eater probably I've ever met.
I have gotten so good at that. I actually eat so many things. I just don't eat seafood and oranges.
Yeah, that's true.
And elk. Unless I go to Hailee's house, then they make me eat. They don't make me do anything, but you need to try it. And actually, it is good. Like,
it's different,
it's
but I
leaner
mean,
than beef and all that stuff. So I just have, I have issues. It's
Yeah.
not with meat. I get grossed out with certain kinds of meat or like
Yeah.
chicken.
oh,
and
yeah, I struggle with chicken too.
It
It's
just has
gross.
to be cooked really well and no fat.
Me too.
People look at me and they're like, "You want your steak how?" Yeah, medium well to well done.
I'll never forget one time we had you guys over or something. I don't remember what it was for, but we made tacos or something like, or spaghetti. And we always have elk at our house. That's the meat that we eat, elk and moose, you know?
God.
And
Moose. Ever feed me a moose? All I can think about is
okay,
the
I will tell you,
animals that moose are.
they are amazing. They're so cool, majestic, like they're amazing,
really
but they're
are.
really good. Like
Oh,
it's better than elk, and it's actually closer to like beef.
really?
Yes, it's so good. We've been eating it, and it's like amazing. But one time we were having a party, and we made ground elk and ground beef for whatever.
So I remember that.
And this is not a podcast about food, but it is right now.
I do love
Yeah,
food.
yeah. But for some reason, whenever I cook elk and beef, like we did it side by side more as an experiment, but also because not everyone likes elk and not everyone wants to try it. So, but we had them side by side, and the beef had tons of grease and fat, and the elk had nothing. And so I don't remember if we just had you try it before we told you that it was elk.
Yes, I think so.
And the ground is just not that big of a deal. But so we basically tricked Brooke, which was probably not a good thing. Issues.
Trust issues.
Because of me.
And then my parents would always do that too with our food. It's not fish in there, or it's not shrimp or whatever. And then it would be, and I'd be like, "You guys are the worst." But people are always tricking me, trying to get me to try new things. And honestly, like, I would love to like seafood, but just can't do it. I don't like the smell. I don't like it's not me.
Yep. And that's
fine.
okay.
So no, I just have issues with germs. Some food, I'm fine. I've gotten so much better.
Yeah, you have.
I can go I can go pretty much anywhere and
Find
be
something.
satisfied with something that's there, which is great.
It is
used
great.
to be that way.
It's funny because I have a cousin that is so picky. Most of our friends, and they'll see this and they'll know exactly who they are. They are all picky eaters. And so we never go out to sushi with our friends or with you because, I mean, I actually have been to sushi with you. You just find something non-fish.
Sushi places have like a bento box or something. And the local one, I like to get my
California roll.
Yeah, my avocado roll.
Oh yeah, avocado roll.
In soy paper because the seaweed's too fishy.
So you're a wife.
Yes.
And you know, you have children together. How has your marriage evolved through the years, through your seasons of parenting?
We got married young and started a family young. And I feel like at that time we were just kind of the first, like when you're first married and you're kind of in this honeymoon phase and this is great. And we're kind of playing house, right?
That's what it feels like, huh?
Kind of just feels like everything's kind of exciting and you're starting your family and all of these things. And you have real life responsibilities. But I just feel like since I was so young, or we were so young, we were great. Like everything was fine. And I don't know, it was just kind of fun to have a family. And then heartbreak comes from losing a child, and my husband's parents passed away. So he's young and has no parents on this earth. And so we've had a couple challenges with those things, as grief and loss causes all of that. We always just stay focused, like, what is most important? Each other. Like, each one of us is the most important, and our
Sometimes that's
relationship.
really hard to remember. Hey, we're on the same team.
Yeah.
Because they're the person that you're probably mad at the most when the hard
Absolutely.
things come. But you have to step back and you both have to remember we're on the same team. Like we're
Yeah, we're doing this
Yeah,
together,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we chose this, and so there is lots of times where we've had that, or just different parenting techniques. I mean,
Yeah.
that was something we probably didn't discuss a ton before we had kids.
Who does?
Well, we're gonna do this, and so just different parenting techniques, like as a young family, oh, we're gonna do this, and no, we're gonna do this. And
Yeah.
so just remembering your goals as a family and your relationship with each other and yourself, and then coming back to that when different times arise. Like, but honestly, I have to credit most of my parenting skills to my husband. He's taught me so much of just, I don't know, like trying not to just, I should say, like look outside of the box a little bit and be okay. As my kids have been growing up, it's okay that they're who they are. And
Yeah.
not that I'm like, I would never trade one of my kids for anything,
Yeah.
but it's like you just have these different, I'm like, okay, we're all going to play the piano. And I should have known we're not a musical family. I'm not musical. Like, I can carry a tune and I can kind of play like dun dun dun, dun
Yeah.
on the piano, I can do that.
Yeah.
But why and Wade is not musical at all. So it's like, why would I set these expectations? But I would get frustrated because I'm like, no, everyone's gonna play the piano and we're all gonna. It's like you're crazy, Brooke.
Yeah.
So those type of things where Wade's like, it's fine.
Yeah.
They're still gonna be amazing people without playing the piano.
Everyone knowing how to play the piano.
Right now, we're in the role of we don't get very many date nights because our schedules are my kids' schedules, and I don't miss a game. I try really hard not to miss anything on my kids. And so it's hard and unique. And sometimes we have to have a lunch date or we go like the other night, all of our kids were at a friend's house and we were just sitting there and I'm like, oh, let's get in the hot tub. Like, I don't have any kids here. And I'm like, this is actually our date night. I had my soda.
Yeah.
This is my date
You
night.
take what you get.
So I'm at that phase of life right now.
Yeah. Colton and I went to the gas station the other day
Yes.
and went and got hot chocolate. You take what you get.
It's tricky, but if you remember those goals that you set early on, or, remember the reasons why you chose him,
Yeah.
or why he chose you, or whatever it is, and that we're doing this together, we're not in this alone,
Yeah.
then it's pretty humbling when you're like, oh, yeah. I shouldn't get so mad that you hung your towel on the door. When I say on the door, like at the top of the door.
Over the door, not,
Yes,
yeah.
those type of things.
Yes, I know.
It's fine. Really?
I know.
You
It's
could
funny
hang
that
it
we.
on the hanger on the door.
I know.
No, just right there. It's fine. But
Yeah.
we've been married almost 20 years and
When's your anniversary?
February 23rd. So it's coming up pretty soon. It'll be 19 years.
That's
And
crazy.
so we've had a lot, but honestly, I wouldn't trade any of it.
Yeah.
Wade's so good at just helping me see a different angle. I wouldn't even say another side or like that.
Yeah.
He's just so great at just helping me zoom out my lens or, approach things differently.
I love that.
And so I'm very grateful for him because if not, I think my kids would. I don't know. They're the best, but they're lucky that they have Wade as a dad and he can kind of reel me in when I get a little crazy about washing their hands.
Wade's very calm. He just seems very. I'm sure he has his moments.
He does.
Like everyone, but overall, Wade's a very just like steady person. Yeah. So you two complement each other, Are
you saying I'm crazy?
No, you're not crazy, but so Wade's more like this and you're. And women are in general kind of like that, but in every relationship, there's the opposites always attract, and it
yep.
just somehow works. Well, you
It's-
complement each other,
Well,
you know?
thank you. I think it's we've had to work hard, but
Yeah.
it's
Well, anything important, you have to work at it. It doesn't always just come easy.
no.
So if it's important to you, then you work at it, and you both have to do it, not
Yeah.
just one.
While we're sitting here, Wade is so big on communication.
Yeah.
And
so
so,
bad.
and I am not great, and so I'm like, usually if there's, and he'll always say, like, you're just mad for no reason. I'm like, no, that's not true. But usually it is
Mhm.
because I haven't communicated to him, hey, that was rude what you said.
Yeah.
Or you could have approached that differently. I would never want to be rude to you. Like, I have no idea that that would come across hurtful
Yeah.
or mean or
Hmm.
whatever it is. And so he's really, really big on that, like communication. And so it's taught me, and we've taught our kids like the importance of communicating. Just like, hey, most of the time people don't mean to be rude, or you can solve a lot of problems if you just communicate and are honest.
Yeah.
And that I would say has probably been one of the biggest things in our marriage that has been
Mhm.
consistent is just always communicate your feelings. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I had a really bad day at work today. And so like I just need to tap out. Or the kids were so hard today. When you get home from work,
And you
like,
just
can you please just take them for like an hour? Or
Mhm.
I'm gonna go take my bath for an
Yeah.
hour with
Yeah.
no interruptions because I need to just decompress. But
Mhm.
there's no way that they're gonna know that
If you don't
unless
say
you don't
it.
tell them.
And that's something that I mean, Colton and I have been
Yes.
married like a little less than you guys. I think you're always learning that and always working on it. But it's hard to learn that. It's hard
It
because
is.
you don't want to hurt their feelings, or you just, women, especially, I feel like women just,
Complicate things.
yes. And so it's so important. And my husband's always telling me this too. Just tell me. I had no idea. I had no idea that I was being rude to you. And
This is
instead,
important,
I just sit there and then I'm mad at him all day long. And he has no idea. No idea.
Yeah, like I said, my oldest is 18, so we're starting that. And
Stage of
I still
parenting.
don't want to. I'm like, please don't, because I just, yeah. But like we're taking our tiny baby step of adult parenting, and I'm like, okay, even start it younger, like junior high, high school. They're going through lots of things, and communication is key with them. I
Huh.
feel like, and letting them teaching them the importance of communicating with you, but it's so hard when they are trying to tell you something and I'm literally biting my tongue because I just want to fix it.
Yeah.
That is my personality is I'll just fix it
Yeah.
and just letting them, okay, well, yeah, that sucks that you don't we just talked about this yesterday that you don't have any friends in your class.
Yeah.
Or that sucks that whatever it is, like you have the worst teacher for this subject. But like, you can do it. But
Yeah.
it's important that they communicate that
Mhm.
with you, and then you're able to best help them. If you
Yeah.
listen, you can help them
Yeah. Well, and as a
or
parent,
guide them, I
yeah,
should say.
as a parent, you want to fix it. It's so important
Yeah.
for them to learn how to solve their own problems too. But also as a parent, I am so bad when you have multiple children or even just one child, and you're working or dealing with hard things, whatever it is, it's hard to sit there and listen to their struggles because one, you feel bad for them. You don't want them to be struggling. Hard to sit down and hear all 7 or 8 of your children complaining about all these different things. It's exhausting.
It is
And so,
exhausting.
like, that's one of my biggest goals this year is to be present when my children are talking to me because it's so easy to tune them out or it's exhausting.
This is like gonna sound not very nice of me, but like they're not that big of a deal to me.
Yeah. But to them,
But
it's
to
their
them,
whole
it's
world.
their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of times I'm just like, you guys, it's fine. Like, you'll get over it. It's not a big deal. But to them, it is a
A
big
lot.
deal.
Yeah.
And so it is a big deal to have no classes with friends or to have a class with no friends. I remember that. And
Mm-hmm.
so, okay, instead of fixing it for them, like just listen. How you said, like, your goal is to be present. My word that I devoted for this year is listen in all
I like
aspects of
that.
my life. Like,
Yeah.
listen to my kids and not just hear them.
But actually
I need to
listen.
like listen to them,
Yeah.
and that will help me better communicate. And I think they can communicate with me better if I'm actually listening and just teaching them
Yeah.
that importance
Mhm.
of, if you can communicate with your kids or your spouse, then think of how much better you're going to communicate with other people and other relationships of, business partners or a boss or
Yeah.
a friend or what I mean, honestly, whatever it is, a professor when you're in college or a
Yeah.
teacher. And yeah, for some people it's easy to talk to others, and for other
It's
people,
not.
Wade, he does not talk about his feelings. As a
I don't
girl,
either. I don't talk
you
about
don't
my
talk about
feelings,
you don't.
but Colt does.
Yeah, and I am like, you can pretty much, yeah. Anyways, so I have to remind Wade, hey, it's okay to let me know that
You're not having
you're
a
not
good
having
day
a
or
good
yeah.
day.
Yeah.
That's when I'm pretty apparent when I'm having a bad day. But anyways, it's important to teach, I feel like, your kids to communicate with you and really truly when they can let you know what they're feeling or what they're frustrated about, or what honestly, this is, those are all negative things. Like, what brings them joy? What
Yeah.
makes them the happiest?
Mhm.
Like, that is, I really try hard with my kids. Like, what what is something that, I that makes you happy? What is
Mhm.
something today that made you happy? Or what was your favorite part about this? Or what was your
Yeah.
favorite part about that? And I'm usually shocked at the responses. And I think it's something else, like, oh, the treat at the gas station, or oh,
Mhm.
it's this. And usually it's being with you, mom, or when, Blair played with me today, when Miles gave me a hug. Like, usually it's something that I'm like, you
Wait,
notice that?
I thought you hated me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it just is. And so then, or, we made our goals this year, and it's like just when we're together as a family is like
Yeah.
what they wanted more
Yeah.
of. And I'm like, that is,
It's pretty
it's
cool. Like, it's
to
rewarding.
listen to them,
Yeah.
and it is rewarding. And I'm just like, okay, that is what we're going to do.
You're a mom of very active children
Yeah.
and a very active husband.
Mm.
So you guys love baseball. You're on the baseball field and on the soccer sidelines, also dance studios. You're basically everywhere. So, what do those everyday moments mean to you? Besides, I mean, talk about the hard stuff
Right.
about it, talk about the good stuff.
I mean, honestly, that is my everything. I would say that means everything to me. Those just being there, because my kids, it's what they enjoy and what they love. Now,
Mhm.
do they fight me to go to practice? Oh yeah, for sure. But it's usually because they're tired or whatever they want to do, watch YouTube shorts or something. But that they really love it, and seeing them excel in something that they love and are so passionate about is one of the most rewarding things as a mom I have found. When they work really hard to make a team or work really hard to play varsity. They work really hard to accomplish a goal that they have set of, I'm going to work really hard so I can get this position. Or, you know, my littlest one right now, she's working so hard to get her back bend kickover, and seeing her work hard. And I mean, there's been tears and,
Yeah.
there's all of that, but she did it. She's done it. And seeing that joy in her, that's literally the most rewarding
Yeah.
thing for me. Is like, okay, you did this. You did this on your own, and I think that's what I love the most about it is they've worked hard, they've pushed hard, they have done it. Yeah, I'm there to support them and literally their biggest cheerleader, but I think I love it because they work hard, they're
Yeah.
dedicated, they have had really hard moments where they didn't make a team, or, they didn't get this position, or they have a new coach and they're not totally sure how it's going to work, and they've pushed through those moments, and they've like thrived, and we still have lots of hard moments to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not, but
Never
they
ends.
just, that is so rewarding when they've done it themselves with the help of coaches and teammates and stuff like that. But to see them push through hard times and, overcome injuries or whatever it is, that is so rewarding as a mom.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
It's literally my life.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. If you're a mom, I feel like it's important to have your hobbies. But like I mean, your kids or hobbies become your
Oh yeah,
hobbies.
for sure.
And
Your
like
kids, friends, or
become your
teammates,
friend.
moms
Yeah.
become
Yeah.
my friend too.
Yeah.
One of my dearest friends. That's how we became such good friends, is because you sit on the sidelines and watch your kids do something they love,
Mhm.
and you're entertaining all the younger siblings or whatever and bringing the treat, all the snacks and things
Yeah.
like that. And it's just like it becomes your community.
Yeah.
And I've been really lucky to have such a great community around each one of my kids, whether it's the baseball or the soccer or the softball or the dance. That community is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. It is pretty awesome. Any favorite sideline moments, whether it's on the field or the dance studio or
Um, it's hard to pick one. I don't know, there's so many. Um, but I'll go with my oldest just because, it's like monumental and it was like his last baseball season and all of that is so he just a little backstory, like he worked so hard. He made the high school team as a ninth grader, but he only played like JV for those first 2 years. So his ninth grade year and his sophomore year. And he had one of his best friends and another kid his age, like their grade. They played varsity from the time they were in ninth grade, their senior year. And so watching him, like he worked so hard, but he didn't have that opportunity until he was a junior in high school. That was hard as a parent, but also so great. Like he never gave up. He never gave up. He did what he needed to do. And then so he just worked his butt off.
Yeah.
But then this last senior year, he just killed it and he did so well and I just was so proud of him, and he hit his first out of the park home run.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
I'm like, that's the one that just rings.
Did you cry?
Oh yeah. I was
Yeah.
bawling and my phone was jumping up. I was crying and I just one of those moments where you just, okay,
Yeah.
like I hope you recognize, and he did, like that all of this extra time and all of this stuff, it didn't come easy to
No.
him. Like
Yeah.
he's worked so hard. I cried, and it was at Bonneville actually.
Really?
And yeah, it was just so awesome. And like the smile on his face, and
Oh.
it just was so cute. And after
Yeah.
having such a hard year in our family the previous year, I was so proud of him. So that would be the moment that's the most, I guess, fresh. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, that stands out right now. Yeah, that's actually really awesome. I love that. Side note, the child that we're talking about is 18. Yeah, it is ridiculous. I remember him as a baby. How do you have an 18-year-old
Oh,
man child? It's so crazy.
so I'm like, you're still my little boy.
I
though.
know.
You're still
Yeah.
my little boy.
Oh, and I love that he calls you. It's the cutest thing.
He just
FaceTimes
calls me.
you.
I'm
So
He's
cute.
selling right now.
Whoops.
He's not. He's just, anyways, he's working out of state, and so he likes to call me sometimes, and I literally makes my whole day.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you're like,
'Cause as a
stop
mom, I
everything.
know. As a mom, you never stop caring about your children
No. Yeah.
and like stop worrying about them. Like
Yeah.
that never goes away. And I know my mom would always say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it never goes away, but
Yeah.
you just have to let the reins go a little bit, and that's hard.
One thing I love about you, Brooke, is I think you do so much for me and so much for on stage. Like, and I get caught up in it all because we love it. Like, we just do. It's hard, but we love it. And so we do it. But one thing about you is that your kids and your family comes first. And so you do definitely keep your priorities straight. And I really respect that about you, because our kids and our family comes before everything else. And so it's hard to do that, and with being so busy with everything, but we choose our families over
it's kind
everything
of like
else.
one of those things, like when you start to feel frustrated or you're like, oh, I've got this deadline or I've got to do this, like we both, and I think so many people do this, you're get caught up in
Yeah.
whatever it is that we're
Yeah.
doing. Gotta get
Deadlines
this, we
and
gotta
yeah.
go, there's so much going on. If you're ever feeling like that, literally, it's hard. Just take a step back and be like, okay, stop. Like, what is my number one? My number one is my family. And people may,
Yeah.
I know that's not necessarily a popular opinion right now. A lot of people will say, like, oh, yourself. And I do agree with that. But no, like, my number one is my family.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And you do have to take care of yourself
you
in order to take
do,
care of your
you do.
family. But yes,
Yes, I
I
am
know where
very
you're getting
much,
at.
yeah, I can't help my family if I'm not healthy, right?
Yeah.
It's like the mask in the airplane,
Mhm.
oxygen mask thing. But if you're ever flustered or going, just all of that stuff or overwhelmed or whatever it is, I find myself being like, okay, hold on, step back. What's my number one?
Yeah.
Like, help me, my family. Is my family being taken care of right now? Yes, they're happy. They're jumping for joy that I'm not home.
Yeah.
I'm telling them what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, then I can keep doing what I'm doing. But yeah, that always is just one thing. Like, remember, like, what's so important to you. And usually, because, we've created it or whatever, like, yeah, my kids are fine and they're happy and my husband's happy and
Mhm.
they're all happy. And I'm the one that's like feeling the overwhelm because
Yeah.
of something. And it's like, okay, they're fine. Then I can finish my deadline or I
Yeah.
can get what I
Yeah.
need to get done,
Yeah. Because that's what you do as a mom. You
Yeah.
put everyone else before yourself.
Yeah.
But I think you do really good at that.
Thank you.
You're a great mom,
You're
like an amazing mom and wife. It's so hard.
It is. It is hard to, they always say, well, your husband's like my sixth child. Really, truly, he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is in a lot of
Mhm.
ways, but I wouldn't trade it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's the best. Like, when you look back as a kid, like, especially girls. I mean, my oldest actually was telling me about something funny that in a class, their teacher was asking the girls. He picked on her and was like, Joey, what is one of the names that you want to name your children? And she knew. She has a list. And he was like, I bet every single one of you in here, girls, has a list of names, a Pinterest list of girl or boy names that you want to name your future children or things like that. So, like, looking back, I mean, for me, at least when I was growing up, and not everyone's like this, and that's okay. Like, but looking back, I had all my things that I wanted. I wanted to be a professional ballerina and I wanted to be a biologist.
yes.
But what I really wanted was that I wanted to be a wife to Colton, obviously. We knew each other since then.
Yes.
And I wanted to be a mom. That's what I wanted to do. So I think you're the same. And my greatest achievement is my children and my relationship with my husband. I look back and I am living my dream.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Because I saw recently, I thought about this week because I saw a post or I don't know, something that I was scrolling on, which I need to stop, about, like a letter, which we all did. I feel like our senior year in English class or something, we all wrote a letter to us in 5 years or 10 years or whatever. And my two English teacher actually saved them and mailed them. Their
That's
address.
amazing.
Yeah. I think it was 5 years. And anyway, so this meme or whatever it was, like, it's like, okay, 10 years ago, this is what I dreamed and this is my life now. And I was like, not what she had written, But so it had me thinking, okay, go back. Remember 18-year-old Brooke. Remember 16-year-old Brooke. Remember, 20-year-old Brooke, 25-year-old Brooke. And I have achieved my greatest accomplishment, which is having a loving husband and raising my children. Like, that. And I've always wanted it and I have it. And I'm so grateful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Pretty lucky. I always
feel super
remind
lucky.
myself on days that I'm just in a bad mood or complaining about my messy house
Yep.
and how disrespectful my children are
Yes.
and all the
Like,
things.
what
And
is
then,
wrong with you?
yeah, you just have to sit back and remember that just those things will come and we're in our different, times and seasons of life. But when I sit back and like remember, like, I am just living what I wanted. Like, I'm so grateful. And then everything else, all those stupid little things just kind of melt away, kind of. And then I have to remind myself all
The
over
next
again
day.
the next day.
Yeah.
One of the most meaningful parts of your story is that you're also an angel mom.
I'm gonna try really hard not to be super emotional and ugly cry.
Me too. Just grab the tissues
I know.
already. Okay, so I'm going to let you share what you're the most comfortable with. I have not lost a child. So I can't even fathom what that looks like, what it feels like. I mean, I've had children and when you're pregnant, I mean, I can't say this for everyone, but I do think there is that fear from the very start as a woman that you don't want to tell people about it because there's a high chance of you just losing that baby. You know what I mean? It happens all the time.
Yeah.
And so I think when you first find out that you're pregnant, there's so much joy, but there's also that fear that it's not going to work. And so I think every woman has experienced that. So whether you've lost a child, had a miscarriage, anything like that, there just comes so much joy with it, but also so much fear.
One, I think, and I have learned, over the last, he would be turning 16 in February.
Yeah.
And I have learned, who would have thought I would have made it 16 years?
Yeah.
I didn't think I would, but um, in my 16 years experience, the community of like miscarriage community and like stillborns and losing a child, it's huge.
Yeah.
Actually, it
Yeah.
is such a big community, and more people than you can even think of have experienced that. And so I, yeah, I am very grateful for that community. And like you said, every woman has, or most women I have had that feeling.
Yeah.
Know someone, or if they haven't experienced it themselves, they know someone who has. And so that is very big. I was 38 weeks pregnant with my second boy, my second child, and I thought for sure I would be going into labor sometime soon. And then I learned my body does not like to go into labor. But I remember being at my last doctor's appointment, and he's like, "Hey, I'll see you this weekend," thinking, yeah, I would go in, and I think he'd like strip my membranes and everything like that. So I was like, okay. And that was a Thursday actually. And then, the days go by, and yeah, you're having contractions here and there and stuff. And then I woke up like early Saturday morning, and I just was like, I don't know the last time I felt him move. And at 38 weeks pregnant, I mean, you're
Always
so
feeling.
uncomfortable because
Yeah.
you can feel, and then they're kicking you all over. And so I'm like, I don't know. So I kind of pushed around, and maybe oh, maybe I felt the move. I don't know. And so anyways, we ended up going into the hospital and, check in, and no, I'm not in labor, but I'm not feeling my baby move. And so they take you, and now I know why, but it seemed like the longest walk down the hallway and like go to the very back room down the hall. And
Yeah.
I'm like, just get me there. I just want, like, just put
Yeah.
it on, like put the heart monitor on. And so they did. They hooked me up to that, and she couldn't find anything. And my doctor at the time was actually conducting a funeral. I still remember this. At the time, like, they couldn't get a hold of him, and it's like, "Oh, we gotta have a doctor here." So they called the on-call doctor, and I was just like, "What actually is going on?" Like,
Yeah.
I just need to know right now
Yeah.
that he's okay. So the nurse is kind of trying to do a few things, and then she goes, gets the ultrasound machine and starts looking, and finally the doctor comes in, and, you know, does like goes over the heart, and there was no heartbeat. And like do like specifically remember, but I had kind of zero emotion because I didn't know this doctor.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, well, I don't know, like, do I
Are
trust
you
you?
sure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like type of a thing. And he just said, he's like, I'm so sorry, there is no heartbeat. And the nurse was kind of just, I don't know, it was like, I still remember it like so perfectly, but it also was a blur, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But they, so, anyways, I just sat there for a while and they're like, do you want, I mean, this doctor, which bless his heart, I don't know, he suggested that we just go home and come back on Monday and like deliver the baby then. And I
I
was
did
like,
not know that.
yeah. I was like,
Wow.
No. I'm like, I'll just wait. And he was very nice. He's like, I'm sure you don't like, you just want your doctor.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm probably just no one to you, but like, that's what I would suggest. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just wait for my doctor.
Yeah.
And so we had to wait a while, but the nurses, they were so great. And, they would just keep coming in and checking on me. And
Mm.
one of my cute nurses, Michelle is her name, and I just love her. But she was like, hey, she's trying to just make conversation and
Yeah.
just try to make a horrible, horrible situation positive
Yeah.
or good.
Mhm.
Anyways, we found out that she goes to Arby's, the gas station, and she lived in Kaysville. And anyway, so it was like a drive there,
Yeah.
but she's like, "Oh my gosh!" And so we kind of made that connection, and she was really darling. Anyway, so my doctor finally gets there, and he's the best, like actually the very best human ever.
Mhm.
And he
I know
just,
because
yeah, he
he
was,
delivered all my children, so
yes,
yeah,
yeah.
I know.
Um, and he just sat with me and Wade and just cried with us, and just such a good person. And he just said, let's just get him here. And we did. I mean, we just totally just induced me then. And at that point, there's no risk to the baby, obviously. And so, yeah, it was pretty like 2 hours from when he induced me to when I delivered him. He's the most beautiful baby, 8 pounds, 12 ounces, my biggest out of my babies. Dark hair, like just so perfect. Oh, sorry. Just so, so perfect. Too perfect to be here, I think. And we were so lucky. Like, we just stayed, like, he could just stay with us for as long until the mortuary came and got him. But we spent like the night with him, and family came. And there's this group called Utah Share Group, and they came and they were so wonderful. They're moms who've had an infant loss. And they were so sweet and came and they're like, we want to take pictures. I'm like, heck
No.
no. Like, I look like a disaster. I just delivered a baby and I'm bawling my eyeballs out,
Yeah.
like, no way. And they're like, we promise
You'll
you'll
want
want
that.
them. And I'm so grateful. Still have them all. And I'm so grateful for them. And then they took him and I dressed him in a cute little outfit because 'cause I'd had outfits and stuff. And so someone, I don't even know who it was, had brought one of them up and dressed him in a cute little outfit, and the blanket that your mom made, still have it. And we wrapped him in it. And anyways, it was just really, really tender. But literally the hardest thing was, sorry, because I had just like delivered, they wouldn't let me get up and get out of the bed the next day, which, no, I totally could have. But I'm wondering why they didn't let him go. Now I can't remember that part, but was when, like, I had to say goodbye to him, and Wade walked with the mortuary people out and to, like, hand the body over. And I just was like, to me, at that moment, it was real. That, like, this miracle that I wanted for somehow that he would breathe or cry or something, which I knew it wouldn't happen, but that was, like, my last moment when I'm like, "Okay, like, this is real life.
This
I'm
really
actually
happened.
really doing this,"
Yeah.
And so, it was really hard, but I was able to go home, I think that day, like, later that night, and it's just nothing in the world can prepare you for that. To go home and just, like, empty arms, and you go through all the what's that, postpartum things, and
Yeah.
anyways, it
Without
just
the
is
baby.
without the
Yeah.
baby, and, and without, like, my choice, like,
Yeah.
ugh, it's horrible, but, um, I remember sitting in the hospital bed, how I said earlier, and, like, how, these moms, some of them, the one had been, like, 3 years, and I think the other one was, like, 7 years since they'd lost their baby, and I remember sitting there thinking, "Oh, there's no way. There's no way
How do
I
you
can live,
survive that?
yeah,
Yeah.
this, like, how? How did you do that?" And, like, here I am almost 16 years later, and you just do. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know the right answer, I don't know how, but you just do.
Yeah.
And I mean, he is like my little perfect angel, and I don't know, he's a big part of our family
Yeah.
still. Um, the the cord was wrapped around his neck, and I always was like, "Oh my gosh," like when you would hear that story, you're like, "Oh my gosh, like he's suffocated or whatever," but really it's just like the cord gets pinched is
Yeah.
what it is. And so then he lost his nutrients, and I yeah, I know what happens. The cord, like, incidents happen all the
Oh,
time,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I had just been in literally 2 days before, healthy, everything, and then he just got wiggled right in there, and I know people don't maybe understand or don't know, or maybe have different beliefs than, like, we do, but, like, I know, like, even though he didn't, like, live on this earth and I didn't get to know his personality, I didn't get to, like, make memories with him here, like, know him. I am so grateful, like, I was able to carry him because I have that time with him as a mom, and it looks different.
Well, that's a special time that no one else gets.
It might not be the most popular opinion, but I know, like, I can't deny that, yeah, I have that special little bond with him, and no one else will ever have that, and so I look forward to the day where I get to be with him and see him, and,
Yeah.
like, yeah. Anyways.
No, it's crazy to think he's 16.
No,
Like, that was 16 years
16
ago.
years. It is
Almost next month. I know. I can't even believe it. I remember where I was when our grandma called and told me, Granny.
so crazy.
I know.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
But, something that, like, I'm so grateful for is, when difficult things happen to people, family is always there. And so no matter what, like, family shows.
Yeah.
And so at that moment, I had, golly, sorry. I had cousins who I hadn't seen in, like, 10 or 15 years show up at the hospital for that moment. And I'm so grateful. That is a silver lining, I
Mhm.
guess, in
Yeah.
such a difficult time, is that family is always there, or your friends. Like, I
Yeah.
have some of the very, very, very best friends in
Yeah.
the world that still to this day show up.
Yeah.
Still to this day. Like, cute Hailee, still to this day, like, she hasn't missed a year. She's not missed 1 year. But every year on his birthday, she brings Cadbury eggs and flowers. And even if I'm not home or whatever it is there always. And, like, I maybe have never told you how much that means to me, because, yeah, like, I
Yeah.
remember that day like the back of my hand, but it means a lot to have other people remember you and remember that day. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I'm always like, okay, I know she loves Cadbury eggs, and I know not everyone loves flowers, but
but they,
yeah,
yeah,
I just want to,
it's like,
I mean, it's not going to help anything, but like, I'm always like, "Oh, what can I do for Wade
I
too?"
know.
Like, I
Yeah.
mean,
For
you,
those
like,
girls,
with women,
the mom gets the most
not sympathy, but love
love.
and comfort.
Mhm.
How has Wade done?
Yeah. He has his moments and
Yeah,
he does great. Like um he's honestly amazing. But there's times where it's like, yeah, like that we did that.
yeah,
And it kind of sucks. And there was a time where, it's like, oh, my friends take me out to breakfast, or oh, they
yeah.
stop by or whatever, and he didn't have much of that because guys just
Don't do
don't
that.
do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And we had some really incredible people who had also recently lost a baby about a month before we
Mhm.
lost Mac, and they were so kind to our whole family and invited us over for dinner. And so those little things, they mean the world
Yeah,
to me. They
yeah,
meant the world to Wade, and they create bonds. Like this particular family, they were kind of just bonded. Like they're
yeah.
such good people and so grateful. And they were only like a month
Like the
out
same
of
thing.
their
Yeah,
loss. I didn't know this family really. I knew of them,
yeah,
but I didn't know them because of their service and their generosity. Like, they've now become a part of my life,
yeah,
my
yeah,
everyday, every week life. And so those moments, I think, help Wade, if that makes
yeah,
sense, and help him
yeah.
feel love and support, all of that. So, and he does have like some friends that, had reached out to him or done certain things, but yeah, it's hard. The the I think it would be hard to be the dad.
Well,
I remember someone saying to me like recently after, like, like I can't remember the percentage, 70% or something like that. Marriages end in
yeah,
divorce after losing a child.
loss. Yeah,
And I'm like, well, I'm pretty bound and determined to not have that. And we've had not horrible times, like, but
but
we've
hard
had
stuff.
hard stuff. And I really like it. If anything, it brought us closer because we
Yeah.
share that.
Yeah, you share it
We
together.
share
Yeah.
that together.
Well, and like we were saying before, I'm sure the communication and
Yeah.
remembering why you even liked each other in the first place, because life gets really hard and really messy.
Yeah.
And so that it is so important to do it together,
Right.
and remember that you are on the same team
Mhm.
and that you're feeling those same emotions together. And you know what I
Right.
mean? And so, like, props to you guys because really,
Oh,
like, that's hard.
it is hard. And I
Yeah.
do remember like having those conversations that I'm
Mhm.
like, wait, why are you? I remember like that was probably horrible of me, but like saying to him, like, why are you not sad? Why are you not crying? And he's like, I I grieve totally different. I have my
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah.
And his are usually when he's by himself
Yeah.
is when he has his moments.
Mhm.
Probably when he's away from all the crazy
Everybody. Yeah.
and he can just be himself,
Yeah.
and or just be quiet. And anyways, and so that it's like, okay,
Yeah.
like I like I yeah, I get that.
Mhm. Yeah. Well,
It's very
you are amazing and Wade is amazing and your family is amazing. How has becoming an angel mom changed how you see motherhood?
oh boy. I mean, we've kind of already talked about this, but like being a mom is literally the best gift that's ever been given to me.
Mm.
I literally think my kids are my life. And they would be anyways,
Yeah.
but I just really truly cherish everything that they are for me. And it makes me want to be a better mom and have a better relationship with them because I know the loss. I'm not perfect. I am far from it, but I really truly strive to just like be the best mom that I can be
Yeah.
because yeah, I would give anything to be a mom or to have Mac here,
Yeah.
be his mom on
Yeah.
earth. Like I
Yeah.
would give anything.
Yeah.
And so I would say, yeah, just trying to be the best version of myself for my
Mhm.
kids.
Yeah. Yep, that's important for them too.
Yeah.
for you and for them. Okay, so how do you keep Mac's memory alive in your family?
So, I mean, we talk about, all of my kids know we talk about him, not as much as we used to. So, my oldest, he was 2.5, almost 3 when Mac passed away, or when we had Mac. And so he remembers a few things. Like, I don't know if he actually does or just from pictures that he's
Yeah.
remembered. But, and I mean, these are things for him to share, but like he sees him a lot
Mhm.
and I don't. And I'm like, that's rude.
Yeah.
Heavenly Father, that is rude.
Yeah.
But it's probably because he knows I couldn't handle it. So, um, but I think, each one we just talk about how each one can have a relationship with him and
Mhm.
how they knew him in heaven.
Mhm.
Um, and that they'll, one day we'll be with him again. So that, and then we visit the cemetery often. And then every year on his birthday, we go to Spaghetti Factory. It's like this tradition that we do and go to the Spaghetti Factory. And then throughout the day, I just like encourage my family or anyone who wants to participate and do rack for Mac. And we just do random acts of kindness during the day, um, to just remember him and celebrate him. And that's kind of, it's been good to put my focus, like, especially in the earlier years of, like, it's just been good to put my focus on something
Yeah.
rather than, like, on the loss. Like, I do dread the day. I dread it, and but it comes every year,
Mhm.
but I look forward to it also to
Yeah.
spend the time with my family
Yeah.
and, just kind of coming up with ways to be creative and do some things that, I don't know, we've like given balloons to kids as they've walked out of the stores, or I mean, we've just done random things. I don't know. We took like donuts to the fire station, or just stuff like that that
Bring a little bit of
yeah.
joy. So I feel like when you're going through something hard, whenever you look outwards and doing something for someone else, it helps a little bit. Like it doesn't cure everything, but I do think that it does when you're thinking about someone else and doing some sort of a service or kindness for somebody else. It just helps to ease whatever it is that you're going through just a little bit, And it really is kind of a magic medicine. One thing that I think has been really cool about that is like you shared it with people. It wasn't just with your family, you shared it with everyone and invited everyone to do the same. And so even for my family, we've been able to do, and I mean, some years we forget, but I think it's been a cool opportunity for everyone else, friends, family, neighbors, because you were vocal about it and not just silent, to have an opportunity to do random acts of kindness for others.
When you serve others,
Yeah.
it literally like flips a switch in your mind. And it doesn't take the pain away by any means, but it's like, the saying of retail therapy.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of
It's
similar,
therapy. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
service therapy, I
Mhm.
guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I promise you, like, if you think of someone else or hold the door for someone as they're going through, you just get like this little, like,
Dopamine. Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Try it because it does. And it can usually change. Maybe you always think like, oh, it's to help the other person, but really
Yeah.
you're just
It's
helping
helping.
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I just can't help but think about the two great commandments, which is, and I know this is not a religious podcast, but I mean, love God and love your neighbor. So I think there's maybe a little bit of a link right there where because God wants us to love
Right.
our neighbors and serve each other because that's how we're growing. And I really believe that He uses friends, family, strangers to help. He uses us as like tools and take it for what you want. You know what I mean? This is what I think. This is what I believe. But I do think that we're here to help each other.
Just literally showing up. And some of them year after year after year show up, and it means so much to me and my
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is, service is huge.
Yes, it is huge. I love service, even though it's hard and
It's so
sometimes inconvenient. One thing that you guys have done, like remember Mac, I feel like, is you always have a cute baseball mitt in your pictures,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, it's
Or no, football. I'm sorry, not baseball. A football in
Yes.
all of your pictures.
Yes.
Like, it's just like one of the kids that's holding the
Yes,
football.
one of the kids holds the football.
Yeah.
It started from
Not baseball
literally
mitt, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's interesting because we're such like a baseball family, but it's actually my dad's high school football that we use because it holds extra meaning
Yeah.
here. And it's weird. I know it is. People probably are like, why the H is that in your family?
I don't think it's weird.
But it's just a thing. And it's just,
I love it.
only like people close to us know that. And now whoever the 23 people that listen to our podcast know. But it's hard to take a family picture knowing that there's missing pieces.
Yeah.
And so it's just a way to remember him.
Yeah.
And, the kids, while we're waiting for, all the pictures, and
They probably
our
play.
photographer that always takes our pictures, she's actually the best. And she's taken our pictures since my boys were little. And she'll say, like, oh, where's the football? Like she just knows, like, oh,
Yeah,
where's
she knows.
this? Where's that? And she's
That's
so
cute.
cute. Like, make sure you get that. And so she keeps track of it. But kids will like play tackle football. Like they'll pass it to each other while we're waiting for family pictures. And I'm like, please don't get your like clothes dirty, or
Yeah.
whatever. But it's just been
Like a good experience
it's
with
kind
her.
of special. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. And I feel like they're closer to us than we feel sometimes. So you're pretty amazing.
No, I don't know about that. But
Yeah, you are. You and your family. You guys have been through a lot.
we have been through
Yeah.
We've been through a lot.
Yep.
But I, like me and you always talk, like going through really hard things, like either make or break you.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's made me who I am.
Yeah.
And so I'm not always, like crying, but I'm also not always happy. We all have our moments.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like I would not trade a thing
Mm-hmm.
that we've been through because I just have a whole different perspective on life now.
Yeah.
And Mac being a big part of that shift for
Mm-hmm.
me. I feel like I had to grow up pretty quick. I was like 23 when I had him. And so like that's young.
Yeah.
But I literally wouldn't trade it for I mean I would give anything to have him.
Yeah.
I would. So I'm not gonna say that. But the lessons that I've learned and the people that I've met,
Yeah.
like though that is so important, and it's literally made me the mom, the wife, the friend, the sister, the daughter, the cousin. It's made me who I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I am very grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be able to I don't think I would have made it, make or break you. I think it could have broke me if I didn't have the support of Wade and like being Kate's mom.
Yeah.
It's like so important.
Yeah.
I still had to take care of him. And then just all the love and support from family and friends and just our community.
Yeah.
Like and
Yeah.
our savior. Honestly, I know it's not a religious podcast, but it brings me like so much joy and so
Yeah.
much hope
Yeah.
that I didn't always have. That
Yeah.
I guess I
Or
didn't
maybe took for granted a
took for
little bit.
granted. This was not my choice. This
No.
was not like this was totally just I feel like just ripped out of my heart.
Yeah.
Honestly. But there's something to learn, and there's always room to grow as a human being. And so just if you hold on to those things and try to find something good,
Yeah.
try to find the hope, try to find, focus on the good that others have done to you, or, try to find a community that supports you. Like you can make it through.
Yeah.
You can get through it. It's
Yeah.
going to be the worst thing, but you can do it.
Yeah. And also remember, happiness is a conscious decision. Happiness doesn't just come. Like, you do have to choose. You have to choose it. And even though it's the hardest thing that you don't want to do, but it starts with that decision. I look up to Brooke so much. You guys are amazing, pretty amazing.
I'm nothing special, you know,
I have
that's
to
the
put
thing
chapstick
is,
on.
like, but I just hope that anyone who hears this story has been through a hard time in their life, whether it's loss of a loved one or, you know, just hard times. Like,
We all go
we
through
all have
hard stuff.
really hard things.
Mhm.
And it's just like you know, I always tell my family and like my kids, like I've kind of made it our motto is just like I can do hard things. And it's not this big glorious thing, but it's just like I can do hard things. We can do hard things
Yeah.
if we put our mind to it and then like find the good. Look
Yeah.
for the good. There
Yes.
literally is good in everything. And so if you look to that and focus on that, it can help you get through those really dark days.
And I mean, going back to the episode with my husband, like, you do have to, like we said, it's a conscious decision to find the good and be happy and try to be happy. But when you reach out, when you're looking away from yourself and even writing down the things that you're grateful for, thinking about the things that you're grateful for, and just meditation, prayer, whatever it is that you do, like, being grateful and just thinking about all of the amazing things that we have around us, it helps too, you know? Just
Well, and it's like the ripple effect. You know, when I was listening to your guys' podcast or your episode, um, I'm like, okay, I am going to do that. Like at least once a week, I'm going to write down the things I'm grateful for.
yeah.
I say it all the time in like prayers or, you know, in my thoughts. I'm so thankful for this.
Yes.
But I
There's
am going to start writing it down. And it is like a ripple effect. I
Mhm.
promise you, if you find one thing that you're thankful for or
It
one good
just
thing that happens,
flows.
then you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, well, all of these things.
Mhm.
And so I love that.
Yeah, I do too. Like I said, you're amazing. You guys have been through a lot. Honestly, like, a lot more than any human being should have to go through. Like,
I
but
just feel like everyone has hard,
yeah.
honestly. And we
Yeah.
have been through a lot. I'm not going to
Yeah.
say we haven't been. We've
Yeah.
been through a lot of hard things.
Yes. Yeah. And then to top it all off, we're going to talk about this just really quick because this has been a huge part of your life for the last 5 years. So in 2020, you were diagnosed with Bell's palsy. So can you take us back to the time, like that time, and share what that experience was like? What happened? Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like, I remember Labor Day. Was it Labor Day? Yeah, it was close to Labor Day of 2020. Um,
Which
was
we all know
the
2020
worst.
was the most
It was
insane time in the
actually
world. Like,
so crazy.
earthquake,
Yeah.
COVID, like, oh, yeah.
Windstorm. It
Windstorm. Oh
was
my
like
gosh.
literally
Yeah.
the craziest. Like I thought the world was ending.
Yeah. This was in Utah.
And yeah, this was in Utah. COVID shut down, everything's locked down. We literally have an earthquake like the week
Oh my
after everything shut
gosh.
down.
Yeah.
And then we had a giant windstorm.
Windstorm.
And
And
we get
everyone's
up,
power was
yeah,
out
you
for
lose power,
days. And
trees
yeah.
are down, people's houses, you know, their roofs are torn off. Like we get these windstorms every couple years and like
It's crazy.
yeah, I had no idea what Bell's palsy was. I'd like probably heard of it, but had no idea. And one night we were actually just cleaning up all of the tree branches
Oh,
and stuff
yeah.
like that from the windstorm. I mean, we'd cleaned them up, but we were just doing yard work and just kind of doing more cleanup from that. And you know, it was still nice outside at 8:30 at night.
Mm.
So we're just doing stuff like that. And I ran to grab us something to eat, and I come back and I'm eating a salad, and I'm like, why does my mouth feel weird? And like I couldn't get, I mean, it just was off. Like I couldn't get the salad in my mouth like I wanted to.
Mm.
And so I was like, wait, do I look weird? Because I feel weird. And he's like,
Mhm.
yeah, you don't look right. And like earlier in the day, I had like thought my eye was like twitching kind of
Mm.
and just, or like it was dry. And I
Mhm.
was just like, I don't know, is it watery? I don't know. There was just something weird, but I didn't think anything of it until that moment.
Yeah.
And then I thought I was having a stroke. And so we rushed up to the emergency room and they got me right in, prepped me. Okay, probably going to give you, there's like that medication that they give for people who have strokes if
Oh,
you
yeah.
catch it in
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And so they're like, hey, we're going to do this and it's COVID. So, my mask is on.
Yeah.
There's no doctors
Yeah.
to
Oh,
go
that was, like, the worst time to
crazy.
be at a hospital.
Seriously. So they're like, you're going to have this telehealth thing. And I'm like, this is freaking weird.
Yeah.
And anyway, so they have a neurologist, but it's on a screen that like they will up to my face and
Oh,
saying like, okay, do this, do that. Are you feeling anything else? Like that was their big. Are you feeling it down your arm?
yeah.
Are you feeling it? It's like no, I just literally I can't feel anything. It doesn't. I can still feel everything like in
Mhm.
my face.
Yeah.
It's not numb. It's not tingly. It's not anything. It's just not moving.
Yeah.
But I had, like, a really bad headache, and I
Hmm.
always describe it as if I'd had a headband on, just, like, right there. You know when you wear a headband
Yes,
when you
and you're
on
like,
as a little
"Oh,
kid?
yeah,
And you're like, "Get that off."
yeah."
That's what it felt like on just this one side. As soon as I said that, all the doctors or not even the doctor, but the ER doctor, the nurses, and, like, the neurology guy, they all just were like, "It's Bell's palsy."
Oh, okay.
And at the time, I'm like, "Oh, thank you." I was so glad,
You weren't having a
I
stroke.
wasn't having a stroke. The stroke is major, and I'm so
Yeah.
grateful it wasn't a stroke. But the thing I didn't know about Bell's palsy is there's really nothing you can do for it. They're like, okay, 6 to 12 weeks, like that's pretty common of like how it comes
Yeah.
back, and you're gonna get it back. And mine was pretty extreme. Like I couldn't shut my eye. I had zero movement, like on my whole right side of my face, and so that it was just crazy. So I'm like, "Okay, it'll come back," and they give you, like, an antiviral medication and a steroid, but really, they don't do anything.
Yeah.
And so, there's really yeah, it's just one of those things, like, there's really not much to do, and I am grateful that it was COVID
'Cause you
because I could cover up my face. Like, I literally was like, "I'm so glad," because I remember, like, just so glad I could walk around with the mask on and then sunglasses.
yeah.
For unless I was inside, because I literally couldn't blink, and so, you know and then I'd always wear a hat and just, like,
Mhm.
hide my face
Yeah.
for a long time, but I don't know, it was a weird feeling, and they don't really know what causes it, like, stress can cause it. It's one of those viruses that everybody has, and just something triggers it, So, like, pregnancy can trigger it, stress can trigger it, just different
Random
random things,
perfect
and I'm
storms.
the luckiest person that got it and has had it for almost 6 years.
Yeah. So it
So
just
it won't
hasn't gone away.
I'm like the lucky 3% that it won't like, I don't gain my movement back
Yeah.
100%. The nerve dies and it, like, regrows, it,
Mhm.
like, finds its way,
Mhm.
is what it's supposed to do.
Hmm.
So and I'm just so lucky that it didn't happen to me. I guess. I don't know, I have to be positive because if not, yeah, then I'd, like, feel really bad for myself,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's fine. I don't have time to feel bad for
No.
myself.
Yeah. Well, and you're beautiful. I mean,
Oh,
like, you are
you're
beautiful.
nice. I've found things that make me feel better about myself,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I am able to close my eye now. That was, like,
That's
year that I
yeah.
couldn't close my eye, like, 9 months probably, and I would have to sleep with my eye taped shut.
Mm.
And then carry around, like, eye drops with
Drops.
me everywhere I went because the big worry is, like, you'll scratch your cornea,
Mhm.
and so my doctor was like, "You have to keep" like, all the time. So I just had random eye drop packages with me everywhere I would go because that's the real worry of that,
Yeah. Yeah.
closing your eye, but and that was so annoying. And
And
I
sure. And that
progressive
came back after,
like
like, a year?
yeah.
That's
And
good.
I did, like, I started my, like, dearest friend, she's a physical therapist, and she started dry needling, and so she's like, "If you want to, let's just try it and see," and honestly, I think if I would've, like, started earlier
Mhm.
on, it probably would have done more help, but she wasn't practicing at the time, and
Yeah.
I just didn't even think about it, like, I would try these facial exercises that they tell you to do, but they just didn't do much for me. But I did gain like some tiniest bit of movement back, like right here
Mm,
from the dry needling. And
interesting.
yeah, I was grateful for that, but it is, yeah, it does a
Crazy.
lot to your like self-esteem.
Self-esteem. Yeah. So how did that change the way you saw yourself? I mean, like
Oh, like
as a woman or like showed up in public
yeah,
places.
I have a harder time like doing selfies
Yeah.
or like looking at myself in the mirror. Like it still bugs me more when I'm like talking or smiling because
Yeah.
my smile is still off.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm fine now. Like I feel pretty good about myself right now. That sounds selfish, but
No, it doesn't.
I did go through a time where yeah, like I was grateful that we wore masks.
Yeah.
And, like I still like to wear my sunglasses or
Yeah.
just things like that. Just so it's not so noticeable. But I've been able to, I don't know, find ways to just help a little bit. It doesn't help the paralysis by any means, but I'll wear eyelashes and that's not so noticeable because one of my eye droops a little bit and just things like that.
Yeah.
I have just tried to find
Things that help you have a little bit more self-confidence or
yeah, just feel good about
yeah,
yourself.
feel good. And that's
No.
important for a woman. Bell's palsy or not. Like I think we give each other, especially here in Utah, we're so hard on ourselves, first of all, but hard on other women. And so I just feel like we need to give ourselves probably more, maybe just a little bit of grace. We don't have to be perfect.
Right.
We are perfect just how we are.
Exactly.
Face paralysis is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. And so overcoming that, I mean, it's still a challenge. But I do love every once in a while you'll say, "Oh, I don't like that picture of me," or whatever. And I'm always like, stop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, that's how you're feeling.
Yeah.
That's
Well, and
great. But you're really good about it. Like you don't put yourself down like ever. And
I try not to, and I honestly think it's because I have daughters,
yes, it's
and
important.
so I don't want them to. I mean, and they do. They're already my 11-year-old already, has complaints about her body, and because we just compare, that's just what we do.
Yeah.
But I try really hard not to, and I shouldn't even say for my daughters. It happens to boys too. Girls
Yes, it
just
does.
more, but I really have tried hard to stay positive about my body and body image and things like that because I think I came to a conclusion after a year or two when I'm like, okay, this is not coming back,
Yeah.
that I don't have control.
Yeah.
What I can do though is just move on and
Yeah.
be happy, find a way to be happy with myself and my face. And it's interesting, like people that know me, they'll be like, oh, it looks so good and whatever. Like it looks, and it does, it looks so much better than
Yeah.
it did before, like so much
Yeah.
better. But I like recently attended a funeral of someone me and my husband went to school with,
Mhm.
and it was just weird timing. And I had posted something on my personal social media about like some help that I've been getting
Oh.
on my face, and anyways, and so I posted it, and it was just not the best timing because I wouldn't have done it. But we went to this funeral, and then I think I posted it. I can't
Mm.
remember one way or the other, and so I saw a lot of people from high school there, and they're like, I didn't even notice anything. I would have never even noticed,
Yeah.
and yeah, I was at a funeral, so I wasn't smiling a
Yeah.
ton. Like it was very sad, but I'm like, you didn't? Like, are you just being kind?
Mm.
Like you're just being nice. But literally, they're like, I had multiple people say, I would have never, like, I had no idea you were struggling with this.
Yeah.
And so we're harder on
On
ourselves
ourselves.
than it is noticeable. Like, I am not in denial. It is very noticeable, but probably not as noticeable as I
As you think
think
that
it
it is.
is.
Yeah.
And so if you were to carry on a long conversation with me, you would notice that there's something off. But anyways, we're a lot harder on ourselves than we need to be.
Yeah.
I am grateful that I can blink my eye. Honestly, like
Yes.
I'm grateful that that came back and some of my movement came back. Not nearly enough,
Yeah.
but some of it did. And I'm very grateful.
Yeah. And you're beautiful still.
Well,
You know what I mean? You're
I'm
always
like
beautiful. You're
slightly
beautiful.
lopsided, but
And that's okay.
it's okay. And I'm
I'm
sad.
lopsided anyways, so I don't have Bell's
We all
palsy.
are,
Yeah.
right? Like I think we all are. And the funny thing is like my husband and I will be watching shows or a TV show or whatever it is, and we're like, oh my gosh, that Hollywood star actually has Bell's palsy.
Yeah.
And like I would have never thought 2 seconds about it.
Yeah.
But now that I have it, Rob Lowe,
Yeah.
like he totally does.
That's
And
crazy.
anyways, it's just funny. Like I would never have thought or noticed it, but now that I do and I live with it every single day of my life, like you just start noticing things, that you would never have noticed on someone else. And that just
Yeah.
goes to show you, like you were more aware of yourself
Yeah.
than what other people think.
Yeah. I also do think with your trials, like Bell's
Yes.
palsy and losing a child and, all the things that we go through, like we said before, you do become a part of that
Yes.
community,
Yes.
whether you want it or not.
Mhm.
But for the most part, when you hear stories, they're all good stories. Whether it's mental health, issues and things, you become a part of this community. And I truly feel like we go through hard things or good things so that we can share them.
Yeah.
And so I'm actually really proud of you for sharing this
Yes.
because I do feel like when we share about our hard things, good things, all of the above, someone is going to hear it.
Right.
Even if it's one person out of our 20 followers that we have,
Yeah.
someone's going to hear it and you're going to change their life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if you don't change their life, it's going to start that ripple effect of
Yes,
them
it is.
getting a
Yeah.
little bit of help or feeling light at the end of the tunnel.
You think, I think back to Mac and this and just other things in my life that have happened. And it's like, you feel so alone.
Yeah.
Like you feel so alone. No one in our freaking community knows what it feels like to have Bell's palsy.
Yeah.
Like you just feel that,
Mm.
or no one knows what it feels like to have a stillborn at 38 weeks, But there is. And
Yeah.
that's what is, and I haven't really found too many people with Bell's palsy, but I have actually.
Yeah.
Like now that I say that, it has been,
They come out.
they do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's, it's all good things.
Yeah.
And you do build a community, and it's so good to share your story and to hear other people's story, because maybe I won't change their life, but they won't feel alone.
We can't go without mentioning my sister, because when Brooke mentions that she's been doing things to help herself, and the reason, and I didn't even get to this, the reason why I kind of went off on, our appearance and our looks and we
Yes.
give each other such a hard time. Whatever you need to do for yourself to make yourself feel better or to bring back a little bit of self-esteem, power to you. That's amazing. Whatever you need to do to feel confidence and to feel good and be the best person that you are, do it. And who am I to judge you? We need to stop judging each other. Going back, we can't not mention my cute sister and her little business that she started. It's called the Beach Bunny Aesthetics. And I'm going to let you talk about it a little bit and how it's helped you.
Amazing. And I thought about it, before I reached out to her. I had thought about it do I don't know. I've heard that, you could do this. I don't even know. I literally don't know, because there's nothing out there for Bell's palsy. There's literally not much.
Yeah.
There's you could go to nerve and have these crazy surgeries. And I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want you to mess with my face anymore.
Yeah.
It was actually so random, but it was when your mom lived by me, and I was driving one of my kids to carpool or going to pick up one of them, and your sister was there. And I just was like, I'm just going to ask her. This is so out of, it's not very, whatever. I'm just going to ask her. And so I rolled down my window and we talked for a minute, and I was like, Brandy, this is so weird. And I don't even know if you can help me, but Is there any like thing that you could do as like with your aesthetic stuff? She's not just an esthetician, like she's so much more. But is she nurse practitioner?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always get that
I know.
confused, but she's brilliant. But I'm like, as your medical, like for your medical expertise, is there anything you can do for me? And she's like, yes, but let me study it for a minute. And yes, like, let's figure this out. And then she said, the crazy thing is I've been thinking about this and I didn't know how to approach you, of like I didn't want to. Anyway, so it's just crazy because we had both been thinking about it and second guessing
Both didn't know
ourselves.
how to
Yeah. And so it worked out great. Anyway, so she's brilliant. She's amazing. I sent lots of pictures and videos of myself doing different things with, just different exercises with my face. And she would study it. And then she would go to her mentor. And, anyways, they came up with this game plan. And it has been literally life changing. It's just facial balance. And I honestly didn't even know. Like, I'm like, do you Botox my bad side or my good side? I just didn't know. But she balances my good side, my left side, to match my Bell's palsy side. And it's been now like almost 2 years that I've been, or has it been more than that? Anyways, that I've been going to her religiously. And it is like literally game changing, life changing for the things that she's been able to do. And, we started off like very, what's the word? Like very slow. I don't know, very
Small.
minimal.
Yeah.
Just to see how it would affect just different areas and things. And from there, we just kind of added a little bit or like decreased in certain areas. And, I think the last maybe like 3 sessions, we've dialed it in to where it works for now. The hope is not only to just have a better like facial balance and things are more smooth, but the hope is by paralyzing some of my good side, that it will wake up some of the muscles on my other side. And so we'll see. Like, I don't know. There's times where it like twitches or tidges, and I'm like, maybe that's something, maybe that's something. And I mean, honestly, there has been times like I'd have to show like videos or something, but I do feel like I've gained more movement here,
Yeah.
or like that it's just a little bit softer,
Yeah.
which is crazy because she doesn't do anything
Over
to
on
this
that side.
And
That
so
is crazy.
I'm forever grateful for her and her brilliance and her willingness, because that's a big, like, that's a scary thing for them to do.
For her. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm so grateful for her willingness to help me and study. And
Yeah. Brandy's pretty freaking cool. Like,
she really is.
her family, they live out of state, and she comes to Salt Lake every month
Seriously amazing.
because she has a clientele that loves her, and she's really, like you said, she is brilliant at what she does, and she really cares about her practice, and she just cares about you. She follows the rules to a T. And she studies it out, and she's brilliant. Like, she's an amazing nurse practitioner, and her business that she's created, she's not just helping women feel better about their face or whatever it is, or like she does weight loss. She's actually helped me. I'm supposed to be making a video for her. She's helped me with weight loss. Like, that's one of her big things as well, is
weight loss and like hair restoration.
Hair
Like, she does
restoration.
so
Yeah.
much, and she literally cares so much about each one of her clients. Or her patients, I should say. She's so knowledgeable in all the things. And, something I love so much about her is she, like, when I first started out with her, she was not there to be like, okay, let's fix this, let's do this, let's do this, let's fix this. You need it here. She's like, what do you want to see change?
Yeah.
What bothers you? And I'm like, well, hold on, I gotta think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
And she will never be like, oh, you need this.
Yeah.
Oh, let's up this more.
Yeah.
And she
leaves it up
me
to
be
you.
more.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, Brandy.
Yeah. Beach Bunny Aesthetics.
Yeah. Woo-woo.
Give her a call. Well, Brooke, I think we've taken up a ton of time, but I feel like this was something that is important that I would love to share with our 20 followers again.
Yeah, that's great.
And so your story is amazing, and I just look up to you. You're an amazing person, and I'm so grateful I get to be a part of your life. and that
We're big babies.
yeah. But really, I'm grateful that you put up with me and my craziness and this crazy journey that you're doing it with me. Something that we love together. I love it. Like,
It's
I
so
love that
fun.
we get to do it together and learn and laugh together and cry like idiots together. And we still are, I mean, we're almost 40 this year. We should do something fun for our birthdays and celebrate with everyone.
We should have a big party.
I know. Like a dance party.
Yes,
That would
yeah,
be
it would be
amazing.
fun.
Let's do it. I love you
I
and
love
thank
you
you for
too.
everything. You're the
Thanks.
best. Brooke, thank you for sharing your story. You represent so many mothers who carry joy and pain side by side, and you do it with so much grace. Your honesty, strength, and faith are incredibly powerful. Your story is a beautiful reminder that even in our darkest moments, we are never meant to walk alone. To hear how you've been lifted by the love of your family, the support of others, and especially the unwavering presence of your husband is truly inspiring. Your journey is a testament to resilience, hope, and the healing power of connection. To our listeners, whether you're facing loss, uncertainty, or a season that feels heavier than expected, we hope this episode reminds you that it's okay to lean on others, to ask for help, and to take things one step at a time. You are seen, you are loved, and your story matters. Thank you for tuning in to this very special episode of the Keeping You On Stage podcast. We hope it leaves you feeling uplifted, encouraged, and reminded that even through life's hardest trials, there is still light ahead. And as always, we're here to share stories, build community, and remind you that no matter where you are in your journey, we're here to keep you on stage. Happy dancing!